Vegas Scoreboard Express, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 6 on AM 1400 KSHP North Las Vegas. Online at KSHP.com.
You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
More fire, more heat. This is Lee.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball. Vegas Scoreboard Express.
That's right, Las Vegas. All my sports bettors around the world. I'm back with you, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express. You guys are going to want to lock it in. Talking about that World Baseball Classic coming up March 7th through March 19th. And again, got my main man Scotty, beam him up, Webb, East Coast Sports Investors on the line with me to talk to you about it. Scotty, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing excellent, my friend. I can't wait for this World Baseball Classic.
And again, you guys can watch the World Baseball Classic on Fubo TV. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. I'm going to be hooking you up with the grease on that Tuesday, March 7th, 2023 to Tuesday, March 21st, 2023, the World Baseball Classic. The world is coming together for their version of the World Cup, but we can call it the World Bat. And these boys are going to be playing first round down in Miami. Scotty, I know you're in Tampa. You were telling me over the weekend that you're going to be going to some of these games. So let's, for all the sports bettors out there who have no idea what you're talking about, and for all the listeners out there who have no idea what you're talking about, give them the grease and tell them what the World Baseball Classic is all about. And then we'll get into some of the grease, some of the players, and this is also a great way to get a preview of what you're going to see this Major League Baseball season. Scotty, take it away.
Yeah, well, this will be the fourth World Baseball Classic that they've held. This was supposed to have happened in 2021, but 2021 was a pandemic season, so they canceled it. This happens every 4 years. And so it should have been 2025, but what they decided to do was say, hey, they canceled it, so let's just wait 2 more years and let's run it again. So 2023, this is the next one. And Team USA won in 2017, which was the last time that it played. And in 2017, I think that's when everybody started to go, hey, this is something pretty cool, because every game is like a playoff game. It has a super big atmosphere. The fans go crazy. The players playing for their team countries, they represent very, very well in this thing. And what ends up happening is that now, as it first started, none of the stars played. I mean, nobody was going to this thing. So as it stands in today's game, this World Baseball Classic is set up where the best players in the world are going to be there. I mean, Mike Trout, the best player in the United States, he's going to be playing for Team USA. These guys are all out. They're all in, and it's a very competitive thing. And to be honest, when you're sitting in the crowd and you're watching it, and you get all hyped up, and it's all about playing for your country, and the players really get into it, the teams get into it, and I think it's an event that's a must-see event.
Definitely must-see. Again, Scotty, beam him up, Webb, East Coast Sports Investors, hooking you up with the grease for the World Baseball Classic. And again, you guys can watch this game on Fubo TV. Let's jump into it, man. It is a big-time game coming up, the World Baseball Classic, the futures for the World Baseball Classic. You can get these games over at BetUS.com. Go over to VegasScoreboardExpress.com, click that BetUS link, and sign up. So, talking about the United States in the rotation to win the World Baseball Classic, rotation number 101, plus 250 on the money line. You've got the Dominican Republic right there at plus 200, 102, Japan, plus 300, and so on. But when I talk about teams that have really shown that they have quality players, and you said the stars are coming out, how do you think the Dominican Republic is going to fare going into this World Baseball Classic? And do you think that a bet of plus 200 is going to be valuable for those who may want to take that bet? Go ahead.
Well, Team Dominican Republic is stacked. I mean, this is a loaded team. So they have on their team Manny Machado, Rafael Devers, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Wander Franco, Eloy Jimenez, Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, just go right down the line. These are all-star players. And they've got good pitching. I mean, they got Sandy Alcantara, who was the National League's Cy Young winner. They got Christian Javier. They got Luis Garcia, Ronzi Contreras. But where they kind of set themselves apart is they also have a really, really good bullpen. I mean, their bullpen is, they just got guys that come in and throw gas. Gregory Soto is going to come in and he's going to pitch. He's from Detroit. He's going to play for Philadelphia this year. He got traded, but he's average fastball 98 miles an hour. Camille Duvall, from San Francisco. He's 99 miles an hour. Brian Abreu, 97. These guys are going to come in. They're going to throw gas, and they got a whole bunch of them.
I'm telling you right now, Scotty. Go ahead.
I was going to say they are the favorite for a reason. They're really, really good.
Well, Scotty, being that I'm part Dominican, I got to throw a little bit of money on it. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, talking about this World Baseball Classic with Scotty Beam 'em Up Webb. You're a baseball expert. Going to go back to these betting lines now. You got Japan in at plus 300. Shohei Ohtani. Showtime, Shohei Ohtani. Where do you think he's going to show up for his home country if he's going to be playing in this thing? Go ahead.
He is playing, and he is going to play for Japan. So here's the big thing that you got to understand about how this World Baseball Classic works.
Mm-hmm.
There's brackets. So there's 4 pools. So there's pool A, B, C, and D, and there's 5 teams in each pool, and they play each other once. So it's a round robin tournament. The 2 best teams, the 2 best records come out, and then they start playing in the semifinals, and they get down to the finals. So what you got to understand about the odds, though, is when you start to look at, say, Team USA, who is the second best favorite, and then Japan, the third best favorite. The Team USA and Team Dominican Republic cannot play in the final game because those two will be in the same side of the bracket. So they will play in the semifinal. The winner probably of that game will go on to play in the final game.
Right.
So if you're going to make wagers, you're going to have to sit there and go, okay, is Team USA going to beat Dominican Republic, or is Dominican Republic going to beat Team USA?
Right.
Now on the other side, Japan, I'm telling you, this team has won 2 of the last 3 World Baseball Classics, and Team Japan has pretty much, I don't want to say a cakewalk, but they have players that play in the major leagues. Shohei Ohtani being the headliner, but they have Yu Darvish that pitches for the Padres, Seiya Suzuki from the Cubs, Yoshida Matsuda, who plays for Boston, and Lars Nootbaar, who plays for St. Louis. So they've got talent on that team, and I think that kind of the way I looked at this was they're going to win their side of the bracket. So they're going to make it to the final. So yes, I don't think there's going to be, and can they compete against, say Team USA or Team Dominican Republic? Well, they're going to have guys like Yu Darvish and Shohei Ohtani who can pitch. And in the final game, if you're going to give me, Shohei Ohtani on the mound throwing 100 miles an hour for, 5 innings, I think I will match that up. So I kind of like the idea of taking them at the plus 300 because I think it's a better bet. Because USA or Dominican Republic, they're going to knock each other out. One of them is going to knock the other one out. And you can't bet all 3 because you won't make any money. So you got to bet one.
That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Scotty.
And I put my money on Japan.
That's what I'm talking about. Japan, rounding it out. Now you've got Puerto Rico here at rotation number 104. Again, you can get these rotation numbers at BetUS. Puerto Rico at plus 900. Now, Puerto Rico has had many, many good players come into the majors over the last couple of weeks. Let me take a look at what bracket they are in. Puerto Rico is in bracket Pool D.
They're playing Pool D.
So these guys are going to have to go against the Dominican Republic, a strong Venezuelan team. They've also got the Israelis there and Nicaragua. So when you talk about that pool, Pool D, when you want to make a bet out of that bet, if you're talking about a dog, do you think Puerto Rico at plus 900 could be maybe one of those dogs who could squeak through for you? Go ahead.
Well, Puerto Rico would have been a much stronger team had Carlos Correa been able to play. So one of the things that's happening is that the teams are allowing the players to go play, but they have to get insurance. So if they get hurt or something, that the contracts are covered. Well,
Gotcha.
The insurance companies are not allowing these. They're not giving them insurance if they're coming off of injury. So Team USA's hurt a little bit that way because Clayton Kershaw, one of the best pitchers that they have available, he can't play now, and Carlos Correa, who couldn't pass those physicals for signing contracts with the Giants or the Mets, so now he can't play in the World Baseball Classic. So they would have been much better. And their team last time, Puerto Rico, was a better team than I think what they have going for them this season. So I kind of like the idea that Puerto Rico is a good team, but I think the Dominican Republic is just dominant over Puerto Rico.
Dominant over Puerto Rico. Let's jump over to Pool A, Scotty. And again, thank you so much, Scotty, bringing this grease for the World Baseball Classic. Again, you guys can follow Scotty on Twitter at Webby20MLB. Scotty, I'm talking about Cuba, rotation number 106. Cuba is in Group A plus 1,600. Do you think they are a team that can come out of that Group A? You've got Panama there. You've also got the Netherlands, and you got something called Chinese Taipei. I know that's political, and we do not get into the politics here at Vegas Scoreboard Express. Oh, no. All money, all sports. No bull. But you're talking about Cuba. What do you think Cuba's going to go?
Well, I think Cuba should be the front runners here. I mean, they're gonna have a couple of players that play in the major leagues on that team. Luis Robert, who plays for the White Sox, Johan Moncada, who plays for the White Sox. They're going to play for Team Cuba, and Cuba is going to be a team that I think this is probably of all the pools, this is probably the weakest pool. But Team Netherlands is pretty good. I mean, they have Kinley Jansen, they have Xander Bogart, Jonathan Scope. His brother plays for that team too. It's kind of weird the Scope brothers play there. Andrelton Simmons and Jerickson Profar, and his brother's going to play there. So Team Netherlands has some talent, but I think Team Cuba probably will come out of that. But I don't think Team Cuba can compete against Japan.
All right, Team Netherlands. Rotation number 109 plus 4,000. You hear Scotty giving you the grease. Scotty, stay on the line. When I come back from this short commercial break, we're going to finish out the show with you more World Baseball Classic with my main man, Scotty Beam Him Up Webb from the East Coast Sports Investors. You guys are going to want to beam up with him and take his bets. Follow him on Twitter at Webby20MLB. You guys know what time it is. It's time to grab your bankroll, hit the window, and beat the line. Vegas Scoreboard Express, giving you nothing but straight grease.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JBTHETICKET. Vegas Scoreboard Express.